Hey, John, just thought I'd give you a real quick rundown of what my thoughts are coming in for next week here. We can kind of start to form our bias for next week's trading. So my thoughts on U.S. dollar, I'm hoping we're going to get a bit of a bounce at this level here, at this order block at 94.15. What I'd like to see Monday and Tuesday do is trade higher. I don't know that we're actually going to get back above here, but obviously there's this very, very nice liquidity void in here, and I'm actually looking back through, and this has kind of caught my eye right here, this candle high here to this candle low right there, which it comes in, you can see at the bottom of my chart there, on mine anyway, at 94.63. So I don't know if, again, if it gets above, I'm going to put that on the chart here. So 94.63, that would kind of be an area where I'd expect, if we did get a run back through here and they did want to recapitalize this liquidity void in here, then I would imagine that that would probably be where price would want to run up to. Don't know that it would want to get up to this low here, but somewhere kind of in that neck of the woods. I would expect this little fair value gap in here to get all closed up and this void to get closed in. It could also, what I was looking at is even taking 50% of this whole void right here as well too, and that kind of brings you in right into this this small little area in here as well too. So somewhere kind of in that range. If it does get a retrace, so if Monday, Tuesday do trade higher and it does get above this area in here, that's where I'd be looking for price to stall out and then eventually roll over. And my target on the downside for next week is 93.60, thereabouts. I'll refine it once it starts to move down to that level, but just basically that's just a run on these lows here. Technically it's actually 93.57, which would basically just 360 for all intents and purposes. So that's my idea on the dollar. Obviously on euro it's the exact opposite. Want to see a run back down to here, and on the, I'll be doing some more analysis on this, but that's just this gap in here getting closed. Now again, same type of idea. We may only get a run down 50% of that as well too. So if we take that low, that would only come in, if we do get that, that comes in at 116.89 or 116.90 basically. So if I see price jam down to 116.90, then and if it does, I don't see any continuation past that. Again, Monday, Tuesday trading, hopefully hitting the low of the week, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday higher. But I'll be watching this level. If we do get a run down here, obviously, then I'll be looking for a reversal somewhere down in here. But if we don't get that, like I say, that's kind of what I'll be watching for. So anywhere from 1680 to 1690. I mean, I'm not trying to get super precise here or anything like that, but that would kind of be the reversal that I'd be looking for, somewhere in that area. It looks like, to me, it's all closed up in here for the most part. On this chart here, there is a small, like 1621 to the low of this candle, which is 1625. There is 3 pips right there, but obviously pretty strong move away, so I don't necessarily think that they're going to want to come. And then obviously moving forward for the week, my target on the week would be these highs here. Right up here I had a level, here it is here. So that's my high on the week, 1890, 1910, about a 20 pip range, somewhere in there. And that's just a little bit of there's a void back in here, your liquidity void right in here. That's kind of where, on my chart anyway, I don't know what yours is looking like, you can probably confirm that. But that's sort of what I'm looking for, is a run right into that area, 1890 to 1910 sort of level on the high side. So could be a nice little range for next week, a couple hundred pips to grab if we can get a low off this, an entry in at 1690 and a run higher. That'd be a nice 200 pip range on fiber for next week. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. And then more of the same, obviously, on cable. I didn't actually honestly even analyze cable yet. I'm going to do this, sit down tomorrow and do a weekly forecast for everything tomorrow. But I think we've kind of hit the turn, and I mean with dollar taking out that high on my chart here and taking out those equal highs. And then the big thing is I would expect it to keep going higher, but with this big sell-off on Friday, and now that it's taken out these guys here, my midway point on this is actually 93.93 on this candle. I'm not sure what it is on yours. Maybe let me know what it is on yours. But that's that last order block right there. So if that level gets taken out, which is only about 10-25 pips from current location, if that gets taken out next week, then obviously you know, we're going to be looking for these areas down here. So you know the rest of that story. But that's kind of my thoughts going into next week. So I just want to see a run higher into Monday, Tuesday. This is really what's got me interested. If we see a run higher than that, then I'd be very interested in seeing Euro come all the way back down to here and get into this range down here. So just depending on how deep that US dollar wants to go, this would be very, very shallow. And if that happens, then we may only get this little area right in here filled, this small little gap right in there filled on the downside, which I can't imagine that's what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, man, that's it for me for today. I'm just it's been a very, very long day. My kids were something else today, let me tell you. I'm going to bed. It's about 20 after 11 right now, Saturday night. My end right now, I'm exhausted, so I'm going to put out another video tomorrow. I'm going to get up early and then double check my thoughts on what I see in the charts here today, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to run through all the majors, and I want to look at crude oil, because I think we could see a fairly good opportunity on crude oil coming up here next week. So I want to talk about that as well too in this weekly forecast. So let me know if you see anything else either as well in the charts. I mean, I mainly look only at US dollar, the majors obviously, and then crude oil. I don't do any gold or S&P, because Dave looks at that primarily, and then copper and all that kind of stuff I'll look at. But if you see anything that jumps out of the chart at you that I haven't looked at or that I might be interested in, let me know. Definitely take a look at that, and maybe we can have a check on it next week. So anyway, man, hope you have a great night. Take her easy.